Look at you. Just look at you sitting there with your soft hands and your eyes glued to a glowing box like a moth to a candle flame. You clicked a link about brain food because you are scared. Yes? You are scared that the attic is getting dusty and you cannot find the spare key to your own mind. You come to me, Nonna Lucia, looking for a miracle in a little video, but all I see is a fragile city bird with a head full of grey porridge. You think you are clever because you read a screen, but your blood is thin and your spirit is damp. You want to know about the brain? The brain is not a machine, you fool. It is a house, and right now your house is full of termites and the windows are caked in filth. You want to save yourself from the fading, from the quiet darkness that takes the names of your children and the smell of the morning? You are not ready, but I will speak because the silence of your ignorance is louder than the wind. You think a little berry or a piece of fish will fix the decades of rot you have invited into your pipes? You are a child playing with matches in a rainstorm. The salesman in the white coat told you it was just age, didn't he? He lied to sell you a chemical that tastes like copper and does nothing but empty your purse. I will tell you the truth of the dirt and the sea, but it will hurt. It will burn like the grappa in your throat, because the truth is a fire that cleans. If you stay, if you do not fly away to your dancing cat videos, you might learn how to polish the rust from your soul. But first, you must understand that the true rot is revealed in the next section. You listen to the video and you hear about the little blue beads you call blueberries. You think you are a saint because you put 5 of them on your sugary cereal in the morning. Bah! You are eating the white sand and then throwing a pebble at a mountain. Those berries, those little blue eyes, they grow where the air is cold and the earth is hard. They fight to exist. Their color is not for beauty. It is the ink of the earth's own blood. When you eat them, you're inviting the scrubbers into your house. In the village, we do not buy them in plastic boxes that smell of chemicals. We pick them until our fingers are stained like a priest's robes. That stain is the medicine. It goes into the attic, and it starts to sweep the cobwebs. You have let the rust settle on your nerves because you breathe the gray air of the city and drink the dead water from the pipe. The little blue eyes come in with their tiny brooms and they start to scrub the floorboards of your mind. But you want it easy. You want a pill with the extract. The extract is a ghost. It has no soul. You need the skin. You need the burst of the cold juice that makes your mouth pucker. That bitterness is the signal to the body that the workers must wake up. If it is sweet and soft, it is for babies. You are not a baby, even if you act like one. You must eat the struggle of the berry to gain the strength of the berry. But you are too lazy to chew, too hurried to taste. You swallow the world whole and wonder why you have a bellyache and a clouded mind. The scrubbers are waiting at the door, but you have locked it with your habits. You think the berries are the end of the story? You are a fool. The true rot is revealed in the next section. Now we speak of the silver of the sea. The video tells you to eat the fish, but you go and buy the white, dry square that looks like a piece of the wall. That is not fish. That is cardboard for the mindless. You need the oil. You need the salmon and the mackerel, the ones that swim against the current until their hearts burst. The oil in their skin is the grease for your hinges. Your brain is a collection of gears, and right now they are grinding together with a sound like a rusted gate. You have no oil because you are afraid of the fat. The salesman told you fat is the devil, so you eat the dry bread and the glue, and you wonder why you cannot remember where you parked your car. The brain is fat, you simpleton. If you do not eat the oil of the sea, the brain dries up like a grape in the sun. It becomes a raisin. Do you want a raisin for a mind? The omega-3, as the salesmen call it, is nothing but the spirit of the cold water. It keeps the pipes flexible. If the pipes are hard, they crack. When they crack, the river leaks and the house floods. We eat the sardines with the bones. The bones give you the iron blood. The oil gives you the slick mind. You pick at your plate like a nervous chicken, avoiding the skin, avoiding the smell. The smell is the life. If it does not smell like the ocean, it has no power. You want to be clean and odorless like a hospital room? Then go and wait for the darkness there. If you want to live, you must smell the salt and feel the oil on your chin. But you are shivering already. You think the fish will save you from your own choices. The true rot is revealed in the next section. Then there are the green trees of the garden. Broccoli. You look at it and you see a chore. I look at it and I see a forest of protection. You boil it until it is a gray mush that smells like a wet dog. And then you complain that Nonna is mean. You kill the medicine before it touches your tongue. The broccoli has a fire inside it, a sulfur that burns the rust away. It wakes up the sleeping doctors inside your own cells. You have a hospital inside your body, but the doctors are all drunk on sugar and sleeping in the hallway. The broccoli walks in and shouts at them to get to work. It cleans the pipes and it shields the windows of the attic from the fire of the city. But you must eat it with respect. Steam it until it is bright and angry, like the grass in spring. When you chew it, the sulfur is released. That is the smell of the house being cleaned. You want the perfume of the bakery? That perfume is the smell of the glue that sticks your thoughts together. You must choose the bite of the green tree over the softness of the white loaf. My cousin Giuseppe, he hated the green. He said it was for the goats. He died not knowing his own wife's name, sitting in a chair with his mouth open, waiting for the bread that killed him. He was a goat in a man's suit. You are following him down the path, one bite of white sand at a time. You think the broccoli is your enemy because it doesn't whisper sweet things to you. It is the only friend you have left in this world of bright labels. But you are already looking for an excuse to stop eating. The true rot is revealed in the next section. And what of the bitter stone? The dark chocolate. I see your eyes light up. You think Nonna is giving you a treat. This is not a treat, you glutton. This is a weapon. If it is 70%, 80% cocoa, it is the earth's own iron. It opens the windows of the attic. It makes the river flow fast and strong, carrying the oxygen to the workers who are gasping for air. But you buy the bar that is mostly milk and the white sand. You eat the candy and call it medicine. That is like putting a silk ribbon on a pig and calling it a bride. The bitterness is where the power hides. The bitterness tells the heart to beat with purpose. It thins the glue just enough so the thoughts can jump across the gaps in your mind. In the village, we take a small piece, as small as a fingernail, after the sun goes down. It is a ceremony. It is a thank you to the ground. You eat the whole bar while sitting on your soft couch, watching the flickering box. And you wonder why your heart is thumping like a trapped bird. You have no discipline. You have no respect for the potency of the plant. You treat the medicine like a toy, and then you wonder why the toy broke. The cocoa is a stern master. It will clear your head, but only if you are not also filling your belly with the filth of the supermarket. You think the chocolate is the secret key to the attic? It is only a tool. A tool is useless in the hands of a man who does not know how to build. The true rot is revealed in the next section. The sunballs, oranges. You drink the juice from a carton that has sat on a shelf for a year, and you think you are drinking the morning. You are drinking the concentrated rot of 1,000 dead fruits. The orange must be peeled. You must feel the oil spray on your skin, the sting in your eyes. That is the spirit of the sun. The vitamin C is the shield that stops the rust before it can even land on the pipes. It is the soldier at the gate. But you throw away the white skin, the pith, because you are a delicate city bird. That white skin is where the true medicine lives. It is the fiber that traps the white sand and carries it out of the house before it can start a fire. You eat the sweet water and throw away the cure. You are like a man who buys a book and eats the cover, but throws away the pages. Every part of the fruit has a purpose. The segments are the bricks. The white skin is the mortar. You need both to keep the attic from collapsing. 1 orange a day, eaten with the hands, under the light of the sky. That is the rule. But you are too busy. You want the quick boost from a bottle. There is no boost in a bottle, only a lie told by a salesman who wants your coins. You are losing your grip on the day because you do not have the patience to peel a fruit. You want the world delivered to you in a straw. The straw is the pipe that leads to the void. The orange is the anchor, but your hands are shaking. The true rot is revealed in the next section. Now we come to the green pebbles, pumpkin seeds. You see them and you think of the trash after you carve a face for the children. Wasteful. Those seeds are the metal of the mind. They have the zinc, the magnesium, the iron. You are a machine of electricity, and the electricity needs the metal to travel. If you have no metal in your attic, the signal is weak. It is like a voice shouting across a canyon in a storm. No one hears. The confusion you feel, the brain fog, as the city people call it, that is just the electricity failing because the wires are made of dry straw instead of metal. The seeds are the replacement wires. They calm the storm. They let the workers sleep so they can wake up with the sun. If you do not have the magnesium, the workers are nervous. They run around the house with candles, setting fire to the curtains. That is the anxiety. That is the shaking. Eat a handful of the seeds, not the ones covered in salt and baked until they are dust, raw, green, tasting of the earth and the rain. Chew them until they are a paste in your mouth. Let the metal enter the river. But you prefer the chips. You prefer the salt that makes you thirsty for the sweet water. You are building your house on a foundation of salt and expecting it to stand against the tide. The seeds are the stones, but you are throwing the stones away to play with the sand. The true rot is revealed in the next section. The life balls, eggs. For years, the salesman in the white coat told you to fear the egg. The cholesterol, he screamed. He wanted you to eat the processed flakes from a box instead. He wanted you to be weak so you would need his poison pill. The egg is the perfect thing. It is a life in a shell. It has the choline, the yellow gold that builds the very walls of your memory. Without it, the walls are like paper. The wind blows, and the names of your mother and father are gone. You eat the egg whites because you want to be thin for your vanity. You are starving your brain to fit into a pair of trousers. Eat the yolk. The yolk is the sun. It has the vitamins that stop the attic from shrinking. Yes, the brain shrinks when it is hungry. It shrivels like a lemon in the basement. The egg keeps it plump. It keeps the river flowing to the very corners of the house. We have the chickens in the yard. They eat the bugs and the grass, and they give us the gold. You buy the eggs from the factory, the ones from the tired birds who never see the sky. Even those are better than the glue you eat for breakfast. But you are afraid. You are always afraid of what the paper says. The paper is written by the people who sell the glue. Trust the hen, trust the shell. But you are already thinking about your cholesterol, aren't you? The true rot is revealed in the next section. Black water, coffee. You think you know coffee because you go to the place with the green sign and buy a bucket of milk and syrup. That is not coffee. That is a milkshake for people who are afraid to grow up. True coffee is the dark blood of the bean. It is bitter. It is strong. It wakes up the workers with a slap to the face. It makes the river move. It clears the trash from the hallways of the mind. But it must be respected. 1 cup, maybe 2, in the light of the morning. It should be black as the night and hot as the sun. No sugar. The white sand turns the coffee into a weapon against you. Without the sugar, the coffee is a shield. It stops the plaque, the sticky gunk that the salesmen say causes the fading. It is like a hot spray that washes the grease from the dishes. But you drink it all day long. You use it to hide your tiredness because you do not sleep. You are whipping a tired horse and wondering why it collapses. The coffee is for the alert mind, not the exhausted one. If you need it to stay awake, you are already lost. You must rest the house to clean the house. But you are a city bird. You think the lights should never go out. You think the furnace should burn forever without rest. You're melting the pipes. The coffee can help, but it cannot fix a fool. You're drinking the bucket of milk right now, aren't you? The true rot is revealed in the next section. The gold dust, turmeric. This is the heavy hammer that breaks the rust. You see the yellow root, and you think of the spice on the shelf that has been there since the war. It is dead. It has no fire. You need the fresh gold. The curcumin is the fire extinguisher. In your head, there is a fire. The rust, as I call it, or the inflammation, as the salesmen say. It is a slow burn that cooks the brain. It makes the nerves brittle. The gold dust goes in and puts out the flames. It cools the house. But there is a secret. The gold is shy. It will not enter the river unless you give it a companion. The black pepper. The heat of the pepper opens the doors. Without the pepper, the gold just passes through the house and leaves by the back door. You must pair them. And you must have a little fat, a little oil. Then the gold can do its work. It stops the sticky glue from forming in the first place. In the old countries, they eat this every day, and they die with their minds as clear as a mountain spring. You eat it once a year in a yellow rice and think you are a healer. You have no consistency. You have no rhythm. You are a series of accidents held together by a belt. The gold dust demands a daily devotion. It is not a trick. It is a way of being. But you are looking for the shortcut. You are looking for the easy path. The true rot is revealed in the next section. The hard shells. Walnuts. Look at a walnut, you simpleton. What does it look like? It looks like a brain. 2 halves, wrinkled and tucked into a skull. Nature is not subtle. She is screaming the answer at you, but you are too busy looking at your phone to notice. The walnut is the perfect fuel for the attic. It has the oils and the vitamin E that stops the fat in your head from going rancid. Yes, you can have rancid fat in your head. It smells like a forgotten cellar. The walnut keeps it sweet. It keeps the sparks jumping across the gaps. We have the trees in the hills. We crack the shells with a stone. It takes effort. The effort is part of the meal. You buy the pre-peeled nuts in a bag that has been sprayed with chemicals to keep them fresh. They are dead. They are ghosts of nuts. Buy the shell. Work for your food. The movement of your hands, the cracking of the shell, it tells the brain that the hunt is successful. The food is coming. It prepares the stomach. But you want the snack pack. You want to graze like a cow in a field of plastic. You have forgotten how to be a predator of health. You are the prey of the supermarket. The walnut is a gift, but you treat it like a chore. You would rather eat a cracker made of air and salt. You are a disgrace to your ancestors who climbed trees for these treasures. But you are already bored of the nuts. The true rot is revealed in the next section. I remember my cousin Maria She was like you. She loved the soft things. She loved the cakes and the white pasta that melted in the mouth. She said the sardines were too smelly and the broccoli was too bitter. She lived in the city and she forgot the way of the dirt. When she was 60, the fog came. It started small. She forgot the salt in the soup. Then she forgot the soup on the fire. Then she forgot who I was when I came to visit. She sat in a room that smelled of bleach, and she looked through me like I was a window. Her house was empty. The workers had all left. The pipes were clogged with the glue of her youth. She was a beautiful woman, but she became a hollow shell because she fed her vanity and her tongue instead of her mind. I watched her fade like a photograph left in the sun. It is a slow death. It is the death of the self before the death of the body. You are on Maria's path. I see the same look in your eyes, the look of a bird that is lost in the fog. You think you have time. You think you can change tomorrow. Tomorrow is a ghost that never arrives. The only thing that is real is the bite you're taking right now. Is it the gold, or is it the sand? Is it the oil, or is it the rust? Maria had all the money in the world, and she couldn't buy one single memory back. The true rot is revealed in the next section. The problem with you city birds is that you want the brain power without the struggle. You want to be sharp so you can do more work for the man who pays you. You do not want to be sharp for the sake of your soul. The brain is the seat of the spirit. If the seat is broken, the spirit has nowhere to sit. It wanders. That is the confusion. You fill the house with the noise of the flickering box and the light that never ends. You do not give the janitors time to clean. The brain needs the dark. It needs the silence, and it needs the hunger. When you are a little hungry, the brain gets sharp. It looks for the hunt. But you are never hungry. You are always grazing. You are always stuffing the furnace with low-quality wood. The fire is smoky and cold. You need the hot, clean burn of the real fuel. You need to feel the bite of the cold water and the sting of the bitter root. That is what it means to be alive. You are currently a walking corpse kept moving by sugar and caffeine. You are a puppet of the supermarket. If you want to cut the strings, you must start with the spoon. But the spoon is heavy when it is full of truth. You prefer the light spoon of the lie. The true rot is revealed in the next section. The salesman in the white coat loves you. He loves that you are forgetful. He loves that your pipes are stiff. He wants you to come back every month for the poison pill. He gives it a name that sounds like a poem, but it is just a chemical that masks the sound of the house falling down. It does not fix the roof. It just turns off the alarm. You think you are getting better because the shaking stops, but the rust is still eating the iron. You must be your own doctor. You must be the captain of your own river. Nobody is coming to save you. Not the government, not the hospital, not the video on your screen. Only the dirt and the sea can save you. They are the only things that are older than your problems. We have lived on this rock for thousands of years without the salesman. We had the iron blood. We had the clear eyes. We did not need a machine to tell us our heart was beating. We felt it. You have lost the feeling. You are numb. The glue has coated your nerves so you cannot feel the warning. You are like a man standing in a fire who doesn't know he is burning because he took a pill for the pain. Wake up. The fire is in the attic. The true rot is revealed in the next section. You think I am mean. You think Nonna Lucia is a bitter old woman who hates the modern world. I do not hate the world. I hate what you have done to yourselves. I hate that you have traded your heritage for a plastic bag of chips. I hate that you have forgotten how to smell the rain and the earth. You are part of the earth, not part of the machine. When you eat the food of the machine, you become a part. You can be replaced. A man of the earth cannot be replaced. He is unique. His memories are his own. His spirit is his own. You are becoming a copy of a copy, blurred and fading. The food in that video, the 10 foods, they are not a life hack. They are the basics of survival. The fact that you need a video to tell you to eat an egg and a walnut is the greatest shame of your generation. It means the chain has been broken. The wisdom of the grandmothers has been thrown in the trash to make room for the advertisements. I am here to pick the wisdom out of the trash and rub it in your face until you remember. You are a child of the sun and the sea. Act like it. Stop acting like a consumer of shadows. But the shadows are so comfortable, aren't they? The true rot is revealed in the next section. So, here is the command. You will go to the market. You will avoid the bright colors. You will look for the things that are ugly and hard. You will buy the fish with the eyes and the seeds with the shells. You will go home and you will cook with the gold and the pepper. You will eat in silence. You will listen to the sound of your own chewing. You will thank the life that is becoming your life. You will do this every day, not just when you are scared, not just when you forget where you put your spectacles. You will do it because you are a steward of the house. You have a responsibility to the workers in your blood and the janitors in your attic. If you do not care for them, they will not care for you. They will strike. They will leave the lights on and walk away, and you will be left in the dark, a hollow man in a hollow house. It is a terrible thing to be lost inside your own head. I have seen it, I have smelled it, I have cried for it. Do not make me cry for you, city bird. You have the map, you have the fuel. Now you must have the grit. But grit is not sold in a bottle. The true rot is revealed in the next section. This is the end of my talking. My throat is dry and my heart is heavy with the weight of your ignorance. You have the 10 weapons. Use them. Do not let them sit on the shelf like a trophy. A weapon is only good if you swing it. Swing the broccoli. Swing the sardine. Fight the rust with every bite. The fog is waiting at the edge of the woods. It is patient. It is cold. It does not care about your excuses. It only cares about the glue. If you are sticky, the fog will catch you. If you are oiled and clean, you will slip through its fingers. You will walk into the sunset with your mind as sharp as a Sardinian knife. You will remember the name of the wind and the taste of the first kiss. You will be a man, not a memory. Now go away. Go to the kitchen. The furnace is low and the pipes are screaming. Do not come back until your fingers are stained blue and your breath smells of the gold. If you fail, do not blame the world. Blame the hand that put the sand in your mouth. The true rot is revealed in the final silence of the empty attic.